Every year, Kentucky Farm Bureau puts on a contest to figure out who's the Farmer of the Year. Today, we're at the farm of Scott Travis of Spencer County.
My farm operation is mostly a grain farm, corn and soybeans. We have around 1,200 acres of corn and around 2,200 acres of beans. And I raise 12.5 acres of tobacco. We have some hay, 15, 20 acres of hay. And this past year I had about 150 acres of wheat that we double cropped to soybeans, and very few head of cattle. I think we have 4 head right now at this moment. But we mostly, as here, we are a no-till operation, and saves on fuel and protects the soil and reduces the need for a lot of chemicals. I'm very excited to be one of the finalists. My local county, actually the owners of this farm, is our county president, nominated me, and also the county president of Bullitt County next door. And so anyway, I was very honored that they thought I'd be a good candidate for this award.
I think it's a great way to showcase all that he does. He works really, really hard, and I think it's a great feeling for him to just get that recognition. He's a person that really stands up for his beliefs. He's willing to take a stand for something that he really feels strongly about, and I think that's something that you don't see that often anymore.
I try to use the latest technology. I try to keep my equipment updated so we don't have a lot of downtime. And being involved in Farm Bureau gives me the opportunity to talk to other producers that are at the highest levels, and I can take that and share it with others and use it in my operation. You know, there are a lot of farmers in this state, and I'm very honored to be considered. We all have a lot of work to do. We all work hard. We all do our best. We take care of the land we farm, and all of us really deserve an award.
Come on, boys. Come on. We own about 500 acres, and we lease between 15 and 2,000 acres cropland and pasture land. This year we have probably around 280 acres of corn and about 800 acres of beans. We have a beef cattle cow-calf operation, and we also run stocker cattle, mainly more in the winter than in the summertime, but we have a pretty good head count on the stocker cattle. We also raise some alfalfa hay for the horse market in this area. There's a good demand for that, and we raise wheat, not only for grain but for straw. There's a good straw market in this county.
We have 5 children. I stayed at home and farmed till the first one started at UK. The circuit clerk approached me when I went in to get my driver's license renewed, and she said, "Aren't you about time for you to come to work?" And so she said, "I think you'd really like it. I think you'd enjoy it." So I said, "Well, okay." And I started to work, and I'm a deputy clerk at the circuit court.
The love for farming is something that's born in you. It cannot be cultivated, it cannot be learned, it cannot be given to you by somebody else. You've got to love it. And the issue about farming, the love for it, is the payback. It's not monetary. I think I've been very fortunate myself in having everything that I ever want, you know, and it came from farming.
Farming isn't something that you go to school and learn from books. And I feel farming is born in me, because as much as I enjoy working as a clerk, because I enjoy people, I still wish I was getting up and putting on my jeans with cow manure and going farming every morning.
The Fayette County Farm Bureau recently held a legislative appreciation dinner. at the Talon Winery and Vineyard in Lexington, Kentucky.
I actually represent 3 counties, all of Woodford, part of Franklin, part of Fayette, so I go to all the Farm Bureau dinners, and first of all, they always have good food, always good conversation and great people to talk to, and most of the meetings I go to, they talk about the issues that are important to farmers, and so it's good for me to hear. I'm not a farmer, but I certainly have a lot of farmers in my district and want to keep up on the issues and see what people are thinking.
The dinner is designed to get Farm Bureau members face to face with their elected leaders to show their appreciation for their support of agriculture.
As a lobbying organization, we work with these people on a daily basis, and they influence a lot of the regulations that we're involved with on our farms, and they're involved in every aspect of our life through government. And so I think it's important to thank them and not constantly be calling them about the next issue. You know, at some point you need to be able to step back and appreciate these people for being your neighbor.
Kentucky Farm Bureau policy comes from the grassroots through several avenues. Most policy originates at the County Farm Bureau annual meetings. But another source is through Kentucky Farm Bureau's advisory committees. These committees deal with topics ranging from farm commodities common in Kentucky to issues of importance to rural areas such as education, transportation, and healthcare. Federation employees got the chance to learn more about day-to-day farming and work together as a team at this year's Employee Institute. They first paid a visit to Jefferson County farmer Tommy Clark's operation and then finished up at the Jefferson Memorial Forest.
Yes!
Later, Reverend Dave Stone of Southeast Christian Church shared with the staff on how to work with others and live a successful family life. All in all, it was a day full of information, team building, and fun. And now for your calendar of coming events. It's almost time for the Kentucky Farm Bureau annual meeting. Planning is near completion for this year's exciting event. The gathering will be held at the Galt House in Louisville. So mark your calendar for the Kentucky Farm Bureau annual meeting, December 5th through the 8th. The American Farm Bureau annual meeting is January 13th through the 16th in Nashville. And make sure to get out and vote on November 6th. Let your voice be heard. We'd like to thank both contestants of the Kentucky Farm Bureau Farmer of the Year competition, and we'll see you next time.